High Cardinal, here in Northreach.
That's what I heard.
The Dominion's all but done for. Then it's lucky we stayed here.
I'm nervous.
Well met, Sid. This is the Initiate. Ember, present...
At your service.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here.
Oh, of course. The sergeant says you'll be evaluated.
To become a scout,
I am. But I...
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic. No, it taught me what one and I've...
You
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout. Eastwatch. The guards there record and bring him. No, you need all...
No, I won't.
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Ay,
To the Vale it is, then.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
Do you think he was the only one who survived? Does it matter?
We already have a leader in the Dame. It's not...
Oh, Claire, my wards and I...
What's happened?
The high... not he will... the cloud with the... and what? Thank you.
In the... All right.
no così cavolo è questo? Dai, non si fa da 7.
We may have met this Duke before. I don't trust this. At the Remembrance Ceremony.
Let's hope we didn't make... I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watch?
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh. Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically?
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all? Nothing else?
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
Run like the wind. The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
It's empty. Why am I not surprised? A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
Spoilers, cabrón, tú lo tienes que haber estado jugando todo el día, no sé qué estás hablando mierda. Starting If, my homeboy Clive. Look at this sword. Yeah.
The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water.
The Moats of Water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
Good.
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
Oh, that was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you?
Glamour.
Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
अच्छा रखे हैं.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Ay, cállate.
Of course it is.
Diablo, mano, quiero quitar esos cabrones quests de ahí al lado, me joden. Siguen saliendo. no tengo número. No, cuando no.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me. I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself then?
Ay. ¿Eh?
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
Esto no era.
That's better.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home. few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so...
alive.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
It's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
No, me cago en la...
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
If the surge was an act of rage...
One wonders what prompted it.
Come on,
Could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay?
Diablo, en serio, todo esto aquí no hay nada. No, aquí tiene que haber una pelea, ¿no? Ah, pues empezar a coger, cabrón.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
That'll be them then.
Don't look like much.
Look! That one's got a black cape. Do you think he's the leader?
Intruders! We must flee.
No, do you think he died?
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walias.
This man, Walias, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walias is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry?
Walias was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies...
Aren't you? The man that... I wonder if you could help.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat? He's the village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so...
Would this gift...
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be...
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little... We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 baskets.
2 baskets.
I'm not arguing. The child must be saved.
Excuse...
Ya. Oh, tío.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls. Time to visit Pavat.
چه خیکا که خیکا.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
Who? I'm sorry. It's just my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the two of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's... Still?
All right.
All right, then.
You use them for dyeing.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons.
As motes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern too was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that... The flowers have always been with us, growing on our bank. I should get back to work. If you need something crafting...
I will.
Prosím, komu líbí gafky?
Yes?
Pues todavía no nuevo.
Better than you. Till next time, then.
Oh, sorry. I was like, if you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though. Not that we'd fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce. The heavens only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
Oh, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Of course not. She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Ah.
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still. Especially once she heard you lot were on your way. Outsider! No, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in.
All right.
Hear me, mine ancestors.
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter?
Little Rich, she went
out of...
Aye, there's a password.
Oh, well. This must be the path.
not... It's you!
You must be Rook.
You know my name? Can you lot...
Your father asked me to... You left without...
But I went to look...
Well, now you found me.
All right, and on the way home.
Thank you for bringing up. It's a pity nothing but the foundations were left standing. The whole storehouse made of...
Thanks for any with this. This is all we have. Then I bid you good tide.
What do you think the tributary sees in those outsiders?
How long do you think this bridge has been
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere I looked.
Did you hear that, girl?
There's a pair of... The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Dwalius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
There. Up ahead.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
I'd tell you you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight. Hush now. It's going to be all right. I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Leviathan?
No, just an eggy. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. It has friends.
I'll take care of that.
Déjalo al maricón. Acá, cabrón. A ver si así tienen a Villa. Bueno, no me cree, va.
seguir viendo. ¿Sabes? Ya, yo le comento. We still don't trust you.
Farewell.
¿Qué? Ah, pues vete, Girón. Ah, Iñaco. ¿Por qué qué? Ah, porque está jodiendo mucho.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
Yo hablé con él, tranquilo. Él sabe ya la que hay.
You said Walius was frozen in time.
Sabe ya, papi. Él lo llamo. Escucha esto, ya vi. Es para que me gusta así. Para que él le entienda. Lo llamo, no lo coge. Estoy así tranquilo, de momento me viene el teléfono. This side is live on Twitch. Aunque caripelamiento ese. Ah, papi, mira, me conecté, mala mía. Discúlpame, diablo, mira, me estoy haciendo un live cuando te conectes. No, papi, tuve que yo llamarlo. Esto está peor que las mujeres de hoy en día. Sí, papi, y que él está acostumbrado a que lo busquen hasta que llegue un día que nadie lo busque. Ey, ya está a otro nivel ahora. Ahora hay que sacarle cita con él también. ¿Entiendes?
Uno no puede jugar solo y ya disfrutarse el juego porque es un pelabicho, ¿eh?
Papi, no, tú tienes que...
Entonces, si me pongo offline, soy otro pelabicho también.
Papi, no, no estamos hablando de eso, no cogiste la llamada.
Es que yo ayer, me dormí, cabrón, y no estaba despierto. Me desperté como a las 1 de la mañana.
Mala mía, bro, me quedé dormido, que si esto, no.
Pues, cabrón, no sé.
No sé, yo tampoco. Así me voy a decir yo. No sé. ¿Por qué no tipo que nos flaca pone esa canción? Por un beso de la flaca de ahí y no flaca.
I wish it were, but there's more to this tale.
Mira, estoy streamando, me van a banear, no pueden decir esas cosas. Gordofobia.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
Me van a cancelar. Ah. El rey impacto.
Sorry, Walius.
Cal palestino.
Make this right.
Canto de cabrona. Canto de puta. De verdad que hay que cagarse en tu madre. Ay,
So, part of Leviathan
mira,
is
cha.
inside
¿Qué
you
mamá
now.
bicho? Envíen. ¿Qué mamá bicho?
Does it hurt?
No.
Ah, sí.
Anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Wooden Hall.
Mira, baby.
Of course.
Escúchame bien. Te vi los otros días subiendo un estado que no puedes con tu vida. ¿Quién carajo te manda? ¿Quién carajo te manda a soltar la crica? Por favor. Jóvenes, no jodan su vida. Los hombres hoy en día lo que hacen es joder la vida de las mujeres. No seas tan bellaca. Aguanta la bellaquera. Y cuando te lo metan, no van a decir, está adentro, que cabrona, ¿cómo que se venga adentro? Y a la gran puta.
To
Si tú no
understand
tienes
the
chavo ni para
spell which
mantenerte
binds
tú
Walius,
misma.
you must first
Oye,
know who
cabrona,
we
le haces a
are
los nenes y no lo cuidan ni tú.
and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity.
La maíz tuya parece más maíz de
Here.
no hay ni una que tú me hayas mencionado que no haya corrido más con Banshee Roba.
After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm some 170 years ago.
¿Cómo tú eres tan atrevida? Tan
In
especial, tan
exchange for
atrevida.
our safety,
¿Cómo tú te atreves a
the
subir una foto
Gregorian
con tu marido y
Church
decir que es
demanded
tu
we
diablo?
renounce our
Si todo el mundo en
faith
la calle lo
and
conocemos y
branded
es
us
tremendo huele
heretics
bicho.
when we could not.
Papi, no sacas la foto de tu mujer
To
así.
be exterminated.
as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories. Anything less would have made the church seem weak.
Porque
Yet a
siempre está
handful
con el pelo
survived.
bien loco.
The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend revealing how to make your very own mother crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents.
¿Cómo que te pillé?
And the heavens provided. They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, but our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's eye, they forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. But even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity possess once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim.
You work on your feet all day. You need footwear that works overtime.
¿De dónde? ¿De quién era la pichadera?
So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the
Es que me suena.
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
We should go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. Should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury.
Hola, mía Villa.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north and then west, deeper into the forest.
sign of the child.
¡Que el bicho no me tiembla! ¡Ah!
Reckon my steel's just as good as any.
Vete pa'l cara.
Flawless.
Pero el bicho no me tiembla. El bicho no me tiembla.
Is everything?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fanny, and this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too, but this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone. And my mum, I'm sure. You can. All I need is so the trouble is so.
Right.
Villa. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué estás haciendo, Villa?
Papi, estoy jugando.
Ah, pues dale, mala mía, pa.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasó?
Que me muteé ahora.
Dime.
Leave me be. Let me go. Let me go.
Ya lo papi, 4000 de damage en el party ya. Sí, pa. Garantizado.
Se va desde ahora. Ay, Cristo Robin. ¿Qué pasó ahora? Estos cabrones dramáticos, mano.
Carlos, ¿te acuerdas ayer? La Villa no se conectó, papi, no me dijo nada. Papi, me estoy así normal la tarde. Ah, ves ahí live on Twitch. Papi, no me dijo nada. No me dijo nada. Ah, mala mía, nada, papi. Ya. Y te acuerdas que Luis estaba preguntando por él ayer y todo, ¿verdad? Papi, aquí estamos como si nada, tranquilo.
A Luis tuvimos que calmarlo porque estaba a punto de hacer un cuello en el
Papi, que se lo dije. Se lo dije, pero él está ahí como que, ay, nada, reseteado, nadie sabe nada. Hola. Seguro, exacto, ese es el mundo del... Cada cuerpo, como dice mi amigo, lo quita mañana. Sí, al final del día, cada cual, de verdad que sí. No vamos a hacer más nada.
Está cabrón, man.
Sí, pa. Seguimos, pa. La vida sigue.
Exacto, eso es lo importante.
Ah, sí. Again. Bueno. Oh. Estoy loco, hermano. Respeta. La primera y Night Like This. Son las dos que más me gustan. Sí, pa. Son las dos así que yo te digo, papi, sí. Están duras. Que yo las pongo todos los días, literalmente. Hacho, la primera, es que la primera está bien hija de puta por el sonido ese de disco. Ticu, 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 ticu. ¿Cuál cabrón? Sí, como 5 de Weekend. Nada más la primera está de Weekend. Ajá. Ajá. Ay, man. Hay par de chévere en verdad, que yo digo, diablo. Mi cortadura. Pero eso sí, no he puesto en comparativa cuál me gusta más del primero y el segundo. Porque el segundo está bien variado, pero el primero están bien cabronas casi todas, en verdad. Porque cuando se divide el disco, el trap es bien fuerte. En el segundo. No sé si tú te has dado la tarea, pero... ¿Qué quieres? La segunda, que el del segundo disco es un trap fuerte. Todo es trap. El primer disco más variado. No sé si tú te has dado cuenta de eso. Que ahí está Lil Baby, esa Rocky. Pero el primero está duro. El primero me gusta. El primero está duro. Ahí se ataca está dura. Cinderella está hija de puta. Claustrophobic está bien dura. Ay, Dios mío. What the fuck you mean está bien bellaca. Hay mucha canción dura. En verdad, los dos discos están legendarios. ¿Verdad que sí? Yo te puedo decir que sí. ¿Ah? ¿Qué Ozuna? Yo no consumo Ozuna, bebo. Papá, lo consumo de quiero una. Repetirle como ninguna. Que por gran. Es buscado, ¿qué? ¿Qué pasa, el Beol? Y te vas. ¿Qué? ¿Qué están hablando churra? Ay, señor. Dime si te vas y si yo que fallé. Y más bien, you don't trust anybody. Perdóname. Tiene otro coro ahí, la une. Pero Carlos, dime. Me escribe por Telegram, como por WhatsApp, que yo siempre te escribo. Y pasa por mi mente cuando ando nuevamente en busca de París.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
Es más, viste, yo no trust anybody. Ay, ya. Cuéntame. ¿Qué pasa? Escúchalo, ¿no? Habla. Ni me di cuenta. Chacho.
Si pa no estaba aquí, no los escuché hablando mierda.
Ah, eso que se perdió todo. Carlos, escúchalo.
Sí, papi, yo no
Eso es loco.
En verdad no lo quería escuchar, mano. Están hablando mierda.
Mierda no es, estamos hablando la verdad.
Está hablando mierda.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I am.
Pero Villa.
What gave me away?
And if
Villa,
I have,
dime.
you're
Cuando tú lo haces, no en mierda.
You've got
¿Qué cosa?
this. I've got to see.
I would if I could, but
Me dad's got it.
Hecho, si es así, yo la apoyo, papi. Es más, dime.
Yo también. Y el
Consejo.
esto me loca.
Chacho, me decías así que me piche todo lo que él quiera.
Chacho, olvídate de eso. No, yo no.
Ya lo que eres, no me apoyaría en ese... Ya,
No, pasa, es que te diría que te mames un bicho.
Ya, lo...
No pasa,
¿Y si la estoy pasando mal o algo?
Pues cabrón, nadie te manda a mamarte un bicho.
Ya, no.
I am. She. Well, so
Tú tienes un bicho como una crica, no. Tipo. Joder.
¿Qué cosa?
What sign of the child?
¿Qué puse ya?
Estoy esperando lo que diga algo. Y eso, que tú no escuchaste lo que dijo Carlos.
No.
Carlos, dile ahí que dijo Luis. ¿Cómo estaba?
Luis que estaba preguntando a Corti cada segundo y por par que se ponía una soga en el cuello.
Papi, te ves como tú hablas.
If we pick too many of the flowers.
Yo ven, estamos chisteando.
Es verdad, me estoy jodiendo. Y tú sabes que yo no jodo. Hermano, Luis tiene que calmarse.
Greetings, stranger.
Papi, pero es que...
What can I do for
Ya
you?
no puede depender de mí,
My name's
mano.
Brazier,
Él
is it
tiene
not?
que ser
Pavard tells
fuerte.
me you're a friend of his father's,
Papi, es que
and that the
si
two
no
of you
pueden
may
que yo
have
no
spent some
esté.
time together prior to his ill. Let's see what the healer makes of
Tienes
this.
que dialogar con él y suerte dialogando con él.
Yo. O sea que conmigo él le baja.
Ajá. Ahí pues, él no está conectado. Es papo. A ver. ¡Ay, virgen! Se han paralizado los planetas ahora mismo. Esto, amado.
Oh, I never should have let him go.
Mira, Luis. Mira. Mira, Beol. Aquí está la leyenda por la que tú estabas encabronado y eso. Dedícanos las palabras. Che, jodido. No sé, mira a ver los que están en el party y tú saca a ver cuál es.
Adelante, y nosotros tenemos que cantar por él para que se quede aquí.
No le estamos contando, papi, que el tipo... Mira, Luis, escucha esto. No, ¿te acuerdas? Lo llamé. Tú me preguntaste por él y a Carlos y todo. Papi, estoy así a las 5 y pico, 6. Ah, me miró el teléfono y ahí dije, ¿qué será? This side is live on Twitch. Y yo, papi, el tipo no me dijo nada y está haciendo un live bien caripelado ahí, como si nada pasara. ¿Sabe que sí?
No, yo lo estoy escuchando.
Sí, habla, porque yo no tengo más nada que decir y Luis ya está un guiado. No, oye. Escucho.
Qué puerca.
Tipo de puerca. Ajá, papi, te toca hablar, estamos esperando por ti.
Pero qué tipo de puerca.
Papi, como que tipo de porca, encuentra la lógica.
Que llegué y me puse a jugar yo acá.
Papi, te llamé, no contestaste y fuiste bien caripelado a hacer un live en Twitch cuando
Pero tú me llamaste ayer, no me has llamado hoy.
Papi,
Bueno, me llamaste hoy y lo cogí. Pero ayer yo me quedé dormido, cabrón.
¿Y me lo dijiste?
No te lo dije, pero pues...
Capelo estaba encabronado. Ay, vi, ¿dónde está? Estará bien. Papi, ¿sabes que no? ¿Sabes?